Welcome to Tad Talks with your host, Tad West.
Thank you. It's that time of the week again, Tad time. Woohoo! Thank you all for listening. I am your host, Tad Western. Thank you for even subscribing, for following me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I love my followers. You're the best fans, and calling yourselves Taddicks. I mean, there's no greater honor than to provide you with your weekly dose of Tadderall, so you guys don't go crazy. Today, I've got a special guest with me. Friend, go back a long time. He's a member of Ville Station with me. His name is rap name Rufio. Real name Kyle. Kyle, the greatest rap name ever. So what's going on, Kyle?
Well, just wanted to come up here and make my grand entrance into the podcast world with obviously on the greatest podcast out there.
You're starting
Mr. Tad Western.
You're starting your podcast career off at the pinnacle.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you, there's nowhere but down from here.
Well, I had a long conversation with my fame advisor the other day about whether or not we should start at the peak. But at the end of the day, we just figured it was too good to pass up, you know?
Well, you're welcome on anytime, obviously.
Sure.
And all my friends are. But, I mean, Kyle's been a long-time listener, and Kyle has been the one who's really been pushing me from the get-go. He's like, man, your podcasts are crazy. I gotta keep doing it. You gotta keep doing them. And I was kind of like, when I first started these, I was kind of like, I don't know. And you're like, you got crazy stories, and you need to stick with it. And I listened to everyone. And then there was a drought where I was off a few days, and I didn't put one out. And I kept getting, every day, Kyle would send me a text message. Where's the new Tad Talk at, man? Come on. Where is it at? I need my Tadderall. And you actually came up with Taddicks.
Yep.
You did.
I'm pretty sure I was listening to that podcast, and Tadderall came into my head like right away.
See,
just like I'm pretty sure the episode wasn't even over by the time I texted you. Tadderall.
It couldn't have been, because you always listen. You are the first listen on almost every episode, because you'll be texting me as soon as I put it out, and like,
yep.
Oh, that Shaquille O'Neal bit was hilarious. I was like, dude, I just fucking uploaded it, and that's 45 minutes into the episode. I was like, what, are you fast forwarding it?
Yeah.
Are you listening on 2x speed?
I enjoy my weekly dose of Tadderall and get having withdrawals. Otherwise, that's why on the 7th day on the dot, if it's not there Saturday night, I start getting a little restless.
So we met college, University of Southern Indiana, and you were my RA. Not only my RA, but you were my roommate. I'm moving in as an alcoholic, what was I, 20 at the time? I think, because I came in late to Evansville. And it was second semester, I believe. Or was it first? No.
No, it was second, because it was my first RA term, and I started halfway in. So it was definitely second semester.
And we met, and I was like, shit, I'm going to have to live with my best friend at the time, Michael Hashem, the world-famous Michael Hashem, who's also a member of Ville Station, which Ville Station hadn't formed at this point. But it was the roots that were being planted. And me and Michael Hashem were supposed to be roommates. But it turns out we had Ross?
Yep.
It was Ross, wasn't it?
Yep, it was.
Ross Dress for Less. That's how I remember it. And so Kyle, RA, he's in control of this entire building, and USI's a dry campus, so there's going to be no fun to be had whatsoever if Kyle actually did his job legitly. Turns out, Kyle ended up being one of my best friends, and the best RA on campus for sure.
I just remember, because whenever I reported in, RAs report in like 2 or 3 weeks early, so, you know, it couldn't have been that, because we would have been coming back from Christmas break. But either way, I was in there definitely early, several days at a minimum early. And one day I came back with groceries, and Hashem's sitting on my couch, right? But I don't know you two at this time. So he's sitting on my couch in the dark, playing on his phone. And I'm like, are you Tyler or Ross? And he's like, I'm neither. I'm actually Tyler's friend. And he gave the worst intro to somebody who's not supposed to be in my fucking apartment in the history of the world. I'm like, okay, well, fine. You're clearly not trying to steal my shit. So what's going on, man? Well, Tyler went. I don't know if you were doing the laundry
I
or
went
at the
down
rec or something like that.
Yeah,
But you were just gone for a few minutes, and you walked back in. And so, actually, first intro was with Hashem, not supposed to be there.
We start off on the right foot.
There you go.
I think your dad was there too, wasn't he?
I don't think so.
That's the second time. I think that was when I was moving all my shit back in or something.
That might be it.
But I remember meeting your dad super early on, and I Putter the Clown, everybody. Great man.
Almost as famous as Tad the Western.
He is. But yeah, so we got started off on the right foot, and then Hashem actually paid the kid. Didn't he buy him an Ethernet cord or something? Gave him $100.
Yeah. Well, at the time I worked at Best Buy. Remember that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. At the time I may have worked at Best Buy. Not trying to make any connections or anything here, but if there was a great company discount to be had, it's at Best Buy. And Ross didn't really care where he was living. He was just this, nice little gamer nerd. He was a nice guy, definitely to himself, introvert kind of guy.
Absolutely.
He had a pretty sweet PC gaming setup, which at the time I was building computers too, so I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, you guys thought you were going to have a little WoW clan going on, but it kind of turned out the other way.
Well, Hashem spent like a week and a half trying to convince him to move out and switch him apartments. And so, I kind of pulled some strings internally, and they were like, okay, they can do it, but it's got to be done within the first 2 weeks, or else we're not doing this, mid-semester switch-up thing. So Hashem's like, all right, Ross, I will give you $50 to switch me apartments. Ross is like, you don't have to pay me. Like, it's not that big of a deal. We can do it. Well, Hashem gave him $50 anyway, and I got an HDMI cable from work that was, probably retail price over $100 that I probably got for like $8 or something.
Yeah, I remember there was some bribery going on, and Ross was kind of funny because he was super quiet, like you said. Yeah. I don't remember having one conversation with the kid, but I don't think he would have fit in, honestly, with what turned out to be me and you, and then the entire squad.
Yeah.
The Short Bus Hero squad that ended up forming.
Looking back, I bet you the trash would have got taken out a lot more often if Ross would have been there.
Yeah, me and Kyle, we always had our turns. Each week we'd switch off on who would take the trash out. And there was 3 of us college-age kids, so trash was just fucking piling up to the ceiling. And once it got to Hashem's turn to take it out, his week, we would not take the trash out until he did it. Like, he would have, and we would literally stack shit up to the ceiling and on top of the refrigerators, how high it was. And your girlfriend / future wife, she would always be like, oh my God, it fucking stinks in here. Take the fucking trash out, Michael, you fucking dick. Take it out. And the dumpster was 3 feet away.
It was really close.
Which brings up another great story of when we were taking trash out. And do you remember when the raccoon?
I do. That's probably one of the funniest things that happened to us.
Tell it. Remember it?
We were just taking the trash out, and just you and me. It was probably one of the times it was really Hashem's turn. He wouldn't do it.
I think it was.
So we had like probably 16 trash bags worth of shit to be taken out.
And there was a lot of beer bottles too. I don't know if you remember, but they kept like fucking dragging the ground because they were so heavy, and it was just like beer bottle. I was like, I hope nobody fucking hears these.
So we're tag teaming this trash takeout, and we get up to the trash can, open up the lid on it, and like 2 or 3 raccoons,
2 at least,
jumped out at us
directly at you.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Usain Bolt could have ran faster than
I remember. You screeched and dropped the bags and just took off. You were so freaked out, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Because it was kind of like dusk.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really see, and then I just saw 2 fucking beady eyes, and then you were fucking jetting off. But that was a good fucking time.
That was it. That
was man.
Insane.
But yeah, fucking Hashem, man. I don't know what that kid's up to today. Actually, I do. He sent me a text message the other day. He's trying to get me to go to Las Vegas with him, which I may. I don't know. It just depends on work situations, but I guess he's building motorhomes or something.
You think he's building motorhomes?
I don't know what he's doing.
Like
that's
with
what he
his
says
own
he's
hands?
doing. No, I don't. No, I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what he's doing either, but I've got a gentleman's wager on the table for anybody who wants to bet that he's not going to Vegas with me.
You know what? I think Vegas's money is with you in that bet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would probably not house that bet.
So this is Tad's 10th episode.
Yeah, you told me that on the way here. I didn't realize I had such big shoes to fill.
I know. I'm 1/10 of my way to 100 episodes, which at this rate it'll be 90 more, and I'll get to 100. But so I figured for the 10th episode I'd do Tad's top 10, and it's just gonna be. I was sitting around, I was thinking, what top 10s could I do? I was thinking, Tad's top 10 movies, Tad's top 10 songs, Tad's top 10 rappers, because obviously we are rappers, and there's a lot of influential rappers. But I was like, no, you know what we both love? Titties. So we're gonna run down Tad's top 10 titties, and this isn't it new people. This is like grown up titties.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read off some names here, and you just tell me if you agree, if you think these women are fucking smoking.
Yeah.
If they're not.
Okay. All
right. This is no random. This is just random order. These are just some names I was throwing out. All right, we've got Pam Anderson, obviously.
The classic.
I mean, you can't Baywatch titties. You can't. Yeah. You gotta love Pam Anderson.
That's a solid 8 out of 10 titties.
Oh yeah, for sure. And even surgery and post surgery, and then she got the giant ones. Remember when she got the ones that were fucking huge ass beach ball? Mm-hmm. And then she got them reduced. God bless Pam Anderson. Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
That's around the same time.
Most famous pinup of all time.
Yeah, she's great. Then I was like, Britney Spears. You gotta go Britney Spears.
You got to. Pre-shaved head, though.
Before she went crazy. But then she bounced back super good.
And you know what didn't change or falter during all that? The titties.
They didn't. They stayed nice and perky. And I tell you what, that fucking first album when she's dressed up like a schoolgirl, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm getting a boner right now just thinking about it.
Which is okay because at the time we were in school.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird though,
Yeah, Tad's not much of a pedo.
No, not much. Shakira.
Okay. Yeah.
She's got a nice ass too.
Yeah, she does. She's just solid all around.
All right, let's see her. Anna Kournikova.
Okay.
You remember her?
Yeah, fell off the list there for a little bit,
yeah.
But nice of you, Tad, to bring it back.
I'm bringing Anna Kournikova back. I tell you what, that Enrique Iglesias video where she's like licking all over his mole. It's a great music video. I can be your hero, baby. I think that was it. Was that it?
Yeah, we need to sample that soon.
Do it, rap it, throw a few bars down over top. We
probably could
sample.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Salma Hayek.
Okay.
She's got some big ass titties.
I know.
And she's like 3 foot tall. She's all titties.
Yeah, it's a really good ratio of titties to rest of body.
She kind of reminds me of from South Park when Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife, how they how they characterized her.
Bear Mace Beth.
Bear Mace that ice head. Then we've got this next one I just threw in here. This is the Cameron Diaz. She was a smoke show, but especially back like the Mask days. Get down, Kona, you dick. But back in the day, like she didn't have really big tits.
No, not at all.
I don't even know if she had tits, but she was just so fucking hot. And back in the day, I was like, damn, she was fucking hot. Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Halle Berry.
Of course.
Let's see here.
Nice of Tad to have the racial equality piece in there as well. We definitely hit this.
Well, no, we got Hispanic, we got Russian, we've got Colombian, we've got Canadian, we've got Electra. So we got I don't know where she's from. Mars.
I think she might be Canadian too.
I think she may be. Terry Hatcher, remember the old fucking Superman TV show?
No.
She was smoking hot back in the day, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle's pop culture is not the strongest suit.
And I threw Penelope Cruz on there too.
Okay.
She's pretty fucking hot.
Sure.
And then, oh shit, I'm trying to think who about Jenny McCarthy.
Okay. A little crazy.
She's crazy, but she's hot. She's crazy hot.
Yeah.
Like you could deal with her. Cause that's how hot she was back in the day. I'm not so much now.
Yeah. She's still hot though.
Oh yeah. She's pretty
this is not Tad's top 10 this is just tits level of craziness. It is Tad's top 10.
I know. I've already gone to the relationship stage, and I just need to get back on the staring at tits stage.
Yeah, there you go.
Too far deep. All right, so tell us what you think. I might put up a tadpole. Who's got the best tits out of those? And Grandma, be sure to fucking vote. So what else we got today? What are we gonna talk about? Oh, I saw Sprees in a little vending machine the other night. Have you seen Sprees in forever?
Were they chewy?
I think so.
Yeah, those are the only Sprees that are worth it.
Those are my kind, but I hadn't seen a Spree, or maybe it's because I don't look at these machines anymore. But like, I hadn't seen a Spree like I don't know how many years, 15 years.
You know where I'm about to blow your mind. You know where you used to eat a lot of Sprees at? High school basketball games.
Absolutely. And the chewy ones were do you remember the giant ones they had that were like the size of a hockey puck?
No, you got me there. I have seen the what are the sweet tarts?
The sweet tart ones.
That
yeah,
big, not Sprees,
maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Maybe.
I thought they had giant Sprees too.
They might have.
I'm almost positive they did. But my favorite color was the purple ones.
Yeah,
I think the purple ones were the shit. I don't know. I think they were grape flavored. If I had to guess, I don't know.
I would say that's a pretty solid.
They were purple drink flavored. Yeah, so I don't know. I had that. I was walking out of the bar last night and they had a little quarter machine. I was like, fucking Sprees. And I was like, oh wait, this thing doesn't take credit cards because Tad don't carry cash on them. But I am thinking about getting one of those gas station attendant belts so I can bring my quarters and everything with me. You know the old timey ones?
I do.
You could shoot out, make it rain quarters. But I'd have to get rid of one of my pistols though.
Yeah.
So I'd only have to carry one 6-shooter.
And then instead of keep them holstered, it would be keep it holstered.
Yeah.
Which kind of sounds like a dick joke, and we don't really want to go there.
Yeah, I'd hate for Tad to make another dick joke.
There's not enough room for more dick jokes.
How many dick jokes can Tad make in one episode?
That needs to be a different episode.
That could be a different. Not this. Not Tad's top 10 episode.
You know what we need to do? We just need to have, like, for your 100th episode, we need to have, like, a bunch of people call in. And just make as many dick jokes as we can.
I'm trying to get it set up where I can have like Google Voice and then come in, and I got to upgrade my system here. I'm in the process of turning that spare bedroom into a studio, so it's gonna be fucking legit.
Mm.
I mean,
you've got a nice little setup here, to be honest, which shouldn't have surprised me. I mean, Tad is a pretty big name. You know,
I got JTM money. Right?
I know you got a lot of money.
I know.
Making all these appearances, which people that know you have known the polarizing personality that is Tad Western for so long.
I know. I've kind of kept the personality holstered, but then I was just like, you know what? 2017 is Tad's year.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to come out guns a-blazing, and I'm going to take over. It's total Tad takeover.
You're going to be just as popular in all of planet Earth as you are in southern Indiana and central Indiana.
I tell you what, down in Posey and Vanderburgh County, Tad's pretty household name down there.
Well, you're welcome.
I know, and that has a lot to do with you because you introduced me to all those fine folk.
Yeah, well, they need to be introduced. They just need a little bit of culture in their lives, and getting that Western culture out there is,
I don't know if they can get much more culture than the, what's the thing that goes on down there, the street fair? I'm out of blank.
Fall Fest.
The Fall Fest.
Yeah, but that's not Posey County, though.
I know, but there's a lot of Posey County showing up.
It depends on your definition of culture. But I'm sure that there's some way that I can spin it to where Fall Fest includes a lot of culture.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely cultured.
Oh,
great
Fall Fest, though. So my birthday is October 7th. And the Fall Fest is always the first full week in October. So my birthday always falls in Fall Fest at some point.
That's correct.
It's a pretty good birthday to have because it's on Franklin Street, which is where the bars are and everything out there. So
former street that Tad lived on.
Yeah, Tad did live on Franklin Street. They saved, all those party houses for Tad. 82.
That's going to be a historic landmark one of these days.
I know the folks that live there now still.
Yeah,
so
it's cool. So anyway, you were saying? Sorry,
no, I mean I just had a lot of good birthdays down on Franklin Street during the Fall Fest.
I remember also right down there is Corner Bar. We spent a lot of time at Corner Bar singing karaoke and drinking Slim Jims for $3.
They gentrified the shit out of that place.
Did they?
Man, it's nowhere close to the same place. It's not a shithole anymore, which is bullshit.
Well, it wasn't shithole. It was just
it was classic. It definitely was a shithole.
Okay, yeah, it was. I fell through the floor there in the bathroom, and it wasn't because there wasn't a floor. It's because so many people had just pissed in the same spot.
Yeah, just got soaked up.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, we sang a lot of karaoke there.
We did.
Fun fact, we had a different name for karaoke than we did for our rap names. We just didn't want whenever you see Ville Station on the docket, obviously people would flock, and our neighborhood bar would not be the same. So we decided to switch it up and come up with a different name for our karaoke.
Yeah, we were the No Pants Squad for a karaoke, and we would always put our names in under No Pants Squad because we were Ville Station was so famous at the time. I mean, we were opening up for Justin Bieber and all kinds of people, but the No Pants Squad thing just came about because we didn't, like you said, we didn't want the bar to be overrun with groupies.
Yeah,
I mean, as
karaoke
as
night
bad
is
as
our
that
night.
sounds,
karaoke night is our night.
Yeah,
we don't
we're
need...
there to not do. Because then people want to see Ville Station. They want Ville Station songs to be done. Sometimes you just gotta go out and sing Linkin Park "Numb" at the top of your lungs.
Here you go.
On the shittiest karaoke machine ever.
And I feel like we did Bedrock a lot too. Young Money.
That was the Bedrock time, and we always had like a different personality for everyone. Like they had 2 microphones. I don't know if you remember this, but I think we passed it around to like 19 people at one point in time. I know everybody in the bar at one point was a member of Short Bus Heroes. Yeah,
well, also if our main man Chris was there, our song choice opportunities really opened up.
It did because we had a member of the crew who was always down. Chris was our backup dancer / hype man.
Yeah.
And he was a black man. Still is. And
thank God.
So there's a few words that he can say that we couldn't say, being white males.
And they end up in music lyrics a lot.
They do, especially the songs that we were doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were good times. And you know what? I remember that the step that you had to step up in. It was so shitty and like sideways and like
it was a stage.
And like coming out of it. Mm-hmm. Even coming out of the bar, like how fucking crooked and shit it was. Grab 2 more. I'll pause it. So yeah, I mean, the Ville Station, No Pants Squad, the Short Bus Heroes, we were a force to be reckoned with on the Evansville bar scene. I don't know, we'd roll 30 people deep to house parties. Once everybody got of age, we rolled to all the bars, even underage. I remember one time, there was a bar. It's no longer in business, so I can talk about it freely.
They're trying to build it back up, though.
Are they?
Yeah.
They still own it?
No, it's bought out by a group of...
The bar I'm talking about was Fast Eddie's. Yeah. It was a pretty well-known biker bar. It's right by the casino, right on the river.
Right.
And every Thursday, they had cheap-ass drinks, and shout out to May, our bartender. She was a great woman. Always poured them stiff. Yeah. Just give her a nice big tip, and she'd hook you up.
Tad's a good tipper too.
But every Thursday night was Thong Thursday at Fast Eddie's.
Yep.
And I shit you not, Tad Western was a celebrity guest judge at Fast Eddie's Thong Thursday, and that night Tad was the final deciding factor on who the booty judge or the booty competition went to. And it just so happened that one of my good friends, she was underage, and she was made it to the finals, shaking that ass, making that money. And Tad went ahead and gave her the win. So I voted for an underage girl who I knew, who came with us, and I pretty much threw it. I threw the competition in her favor, and I'm sorry to that female who probably needed that $190 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It was actually quite a bit. I think it was $250 actually.
Tad holds a lot of water, though. I'm not surprised. If you would have voted first, it would have still been the swing vote.
Do you remember who their DJ looked like? Their house DJ?
No.
He looked like Paging Dr. Faggot from The Hangover. You know,
really?
the dentist. Oh yeah, he looked exactly like him.
Wow.
I don't know how you're drawing a blank right now.
I am.
You must have just been drunk all the time at Fast Eddie's.
There was a solid 8 or 9 months where we were going out every
the circuit.
night.
The Mark Creighton circuit.
I know, and that's where I was headed with this. There was a solid 8 to 9 months where it felt like all of us were between jobs or something like that, and we were just, oh my gosh.
We were hitting the bottle heavy. And do you want to go over the circuit? Do you want to tell the people where the specials were?
I don't remember where they all were. I remember probably over half of them. But
Monday night.
Tell me what the circuit is.
The circuit. All right. The circuit was we tried to drink Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then start again. That was just one circuit.
Right.
And each one of those days, there was a certain bar that we would go to.
Yeah.
Mainly based off because we were poor as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Half of us were employed by the Home Depot at the time. But But Mondays was Applebee's because they had
Right.
$2 margaritas after
half
8
price
o'clock
apps.
or something, and half price apps. So Monday night you could find us at
Margarita
Applebee's.
Monday, yeah.
Yep, Margarita Mondays. Tuesday was, I believe that was Pint Night. Or was that Wednesday?
No, I think that was Thursday. Was Pint Night.
At
The Fox is not
Fox
around
and Hound? No, I know, but at that time it was.
anymore. Yeah.
I think Tuesday was. I think Tuesday.
There was one of them was Pint Night at Fox.
Yeah, I think
sure.
Fox and the Hound was two.
They also had karaoke there.
$3 you call it and karaoke that, and then I think Wednesday was at Show Me's. I'm almost positive.
Yeah.
Because it was like dollar beers all day long. We could have just sat there and drank the entire week, but we like to switch it up. Thursday was the go out night because nobody had class on Fridays.
Right.
So that was, what they called it at that time. It was the Western bar that had the bowl and shit.
Oh, Stoney's.
Stoney's.
That place has changed.
Yeah, but at the time when it opened, remember?
Yeah. It was.
They had
that was nickel beer.
Nickel beers.
Oh God.
And then they had I think it was $2. What was it?
Stroh's?
No,
they were.
it was
Stroh's
bombs.
the
It was
nickel
Jaeger
beer.
bombs. I think it was like $2
that's right.
Jaeger bombs or something. You could literally go in there with a fist. And
Yeah.
Tad Western
Oh,
did
yeah.
this.
Lots of times.
Tad Western did this tons of times.
Dig in your car.
There was a $5 cover though, so
Yeah.
you had to pay the cover. But Tad Western, the Ville station, we ended up making friends with the head. With the head, do you remember her name?
I don't, but I remember why she was our friend.
Oh yeah, we made friends with the head door chick, and she would always just let us in for free.
Yep.
So we could literally walk in there with 50 cents in our pockets and drink all night and be shit faced. Not to mention drinking before that, but I mean we would pregame like mother effers.
Yeah, that was probably the birthplace of Tad Western, to be honest.
Oh, it was. I rode that crazy story about the bull, mechanical bull. I was talking shit and I was super hammered. And I was like, come on, you pussy, you can't do any better than that. So I got up there. All right, come on, get up here then if you think you can do better. So I got up, got on the mechanical bull. The guy bucks it like 2 times real slow, and then he just puts the ass end up as high as it could go. So it's basically vertical, and I just slide right off onto my face 2 seconds into it. And he goes, yeah, I thought it was easy. I was like, you didn't even buck it. All you did was just put it straight up. I mean, I'm not going to be able to hold on.
Well, I don't know if you've seen rodeo shows lately, but some of those bulls do handstands. You know, and just
actually,
sit there, so that's realistic.
Last week, there was a 98.7 scored or something, I believe. It was a pretty good time. It was one of the highest scores of all time in PBA.
Well, I'm sure that's accurate because Tad knows his bull riding.
Anyway, back to the Stoney's.
Oh yeah, we were only on Thursday.
We were only on Thursday.
Oh, and
a lot of shit went down at Stoney's.
Yeah, one of the best stories we have is on Thursdays. From remember, it was Hams.
Yes, D was he was a bouncer there. He not only there, but he was also, what was the Irish bar right there?
Re-Roz. That
Re-Roz.
one's still around. Yeah,
He was pretty much he was a gigantic. I think he was 6'4" probably, and just built like a motherfucker. Big dude, and we ran into D, and he was double fisting Hams. They changed it to Hams quarter beers or something later on, and
but they gave you a lot more. You got a whole can instead of a
little cup.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But still, paying a nickel for a beer, I'm like, that's only in America. Like you can, like
It's
that's
some
awesome.
shit beer, but you're good to go.
He was double fisting Hams, and we're like, "What's up, D?" He's like, "Y'all know what Ham stands for?" And we're like, "No." And he takes one of the cans and he points at it. He goes, "Hard as a motherfucker, apostrophe, shit," and then chugs both of his fucking beers. And I was like, oh my God, that was the greatest thing I've ever fucking witnessed in my life.
Solid.
Oh, it was great.
Solid experience.
Oh, it was great. So that's just one tiny minute.
Was that the one where my wife told him to fuck off at Re-Roz that one time?
I think it was him.
Yeah.
It was him. No, it was.
It was the one with the beard. The really solid.
It was the other dude who we play basketball with all the time. But anyway, so that's Thursday nights. I could probably do a whole podcast on just Stoney's memories.
Yeah, for sure.
And Mark Creighton, he's a drunk motherfucker just like all of us, but for whatever reason, he rememers everything.
He does.
I don't know how I'll be blacked out, and Mark will remember the entire night. I don't know how he does it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a man chug a fifth of vodka and go out and remember everything that happened in the night. But that used to happen. Okay.
We used to pregame with a fifth, and then...
Well, we'd split. We'd buy a half gallon, and if there was 4 of us, we'd buy 2 half gallons, and then we'd drink it all, and then call Charles Milligan, and he would come pick us up. We actually had our own taxi driver.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the homie. He, Hashem had to go... Or no, that was... No,
Beeler.
that was one thing that Hashem did not mess up for us. That was...
it was Beeler, I think.
I know, it was Mark.
Was it Mark?
Well, it was Mark and Beeler and Tara.
I know they called him, and
then somebody grabbed another cab.
Yeah,
and
you piss off Charles Milligan once.
and that's all it took, man. We had the greatest little
the
story
Mexican
ever.
Irishman.
Yep.
He was a good dude. But so that was Thursday night. Friday nights, we went to where the hell we go Friday nights?
Mm-hmm.
Wherever the party was going, I think. Sometimes it'd be the Titty Bar.
I mean, there was a special everywhere though that we went to, so I don't
Franklin
remember.
Street. Sometimes we would just go hit all the bars.
Yeah, there was lots of specials on Friday nights.
I'm trying to remember what Saturday was. I think Saturday was.
Saturday was a really weak one.
I think it was back to Stoney's.
No, I think it was. At the time, it was Main Gate. They had a Saturday gig. I don't remember what it was, but Main Gate didn't last very long. That was a really solid bar that just got messed up by management.
It was a good time. I mean, I remember going there, and they had it pretty packed. But it was kind of... I think they were trying... They didn't know what to run as a bar, to run as a restaurant, and then it was kind of like you had patrons just wanting to sit and chill, and then you actually had college kids just coming in because there was cheap drinks, and then it was kind of a weird setup, too, because it was all divided. And...
I remember once in a while they would have that janky-ass karaoke in the corner, too. Do you remember that? That was really shit. That was really bad setup, too. One of our buddies used to DJ that, didn't he?
I'm trying to remember. I remember going there a few times, but as it was Main Gate. It was
definitely towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Main Gate was towards the end.
I was probably gone by that time, but then what was Sundays? Well, we would go to the pizza brewery on Sundays a few times. I remember that. I'm probably the worst person to be telling this story.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't remember all of them.
I never made the circuit. I was always...
Oh, really? We all did. Mark and I did it one time or 2 times. I can't remember. And lots of times we did it from like Wednesday to Tuesday, but it doesn't count because it's not the cycle.
You got to go a full week.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't Mark. We should just call Mark.
I know.
Remember all of them.
I think we're gonna have to have a sit down where it's just a Evansville reunion / Phil Station podcast where we just talk shit. Anyway, I'm sure this is interesting for all the listeners who are like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?"
I've never been to Evansville. I have no idea where all these places are.
People probably don't even know where Evansville is. If Indiana was a boot, it'd be the toenail.
Right on it. Yeah, big toenail right there.
Actually, it might be on the underside of the toe.
It's a
pretty
solid analogy, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It comes right off the tongue for Tad. But anyway, Tad's poll I put up, impromptu poll. A lot of people got on it on Facebook, which I appreciate. I had like almost over 10 comments, I know. And that was like 5 minutes in. I said, out of the Sweet 16, who you guys got winning the tournament? And because last week I did my Sweet 16 picks. And I'm pulling it up right now, but I picked Michigan to win it all, which, surprise, surprise, it was the first game Thursday night, and Michigan has to go out and fucking lose on a last-second shot, pretty much.
So your big pick you definitely failed on, but you did.
I did. No, I had really good picks.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find it right now.
No, you picked Xavier in South Carolina.
No, I'm looking at the poll.
Oh.
I said I polled people
was
who
a huge one.
IUPUI had a lot of likes, and I was drunk at the time when I posted it, and
I was
the first comment, and I put, Tad, you picked Michigan. Tad Western loves commenting on his own comments and posts. I had a Gonzaga, I had a Kentucky, so they're both still in, I believe. Someone said IU, so that's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. Kyle, you commented No Pants Squad, which got a big 1 thumbs up from me.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's the only
we never lose.
It's the only thumbs up you need.
Then we had a not Indiana, smart ass from fucking Georgia. Then we had an IU. So then I got UCLA, which they're out too. Then Greg Lenz came in with the Tad Western University.
That was a solid comment.
Yep. Sometimes I forget I started a university.
Yeah.
I got so much shit that I started.
Yeah.
I got Gonzaga, UNC, IUPUI. I really like the IUPUI. Then you got Big Mark Creighton Sr. coming in, all serious. The team with the most points at the end of the championship game. God damn it, Mark.
It's the most dad joke in the history of all dad jokes.
He's a walking dad joke. He is. Then I got some YMCA teams from back in the day. Then someone said Bruce Jenner. Like, all right, people. No, none of those people will win. But thank you for participating in Tad's impromptu poll. But I had Wisconsin beating Florida, which almost fucking happened, but it didn't.
Yeah.
And then I had. Oh, I picked Baylor. I thought I picked South Carolina, but I didn't. Fuck. So I'm 0 for 2 on that one.
Oh, I thought you picked him.
No, I picked West Virginia. Wait a minute. Gonzaga win or West Virginia win? I think Gonzaga won. I think. I don't fucking know.
I've been drunk.
Xavier, I know. Xavier won, so I got them. I had them going to the final game, I think, or final next round. I picked Kansas over Purdue, obviously. And look, I actually had Kansas beating Michigan, but I picked UNC. I suck. Fuck the NCAA tournament. It's bullshit. That's why Tad doesn't fill out fucking brackets, because it just pisses me off.
Tad's not known for his sports, picking or anything like that.
No, I'm known for nose picking. It's about the only thing I can pick right. But
I don't know. I've been watching most of the games, but I've been drunk a lot lately.
Really?
Especially
I have been
nights.
too, man. I've been ever since spring sprung. I've just been out watching basketball games and drinking beer, and I feel like shit because I've been getting fat. So I've gone on a soup and salad diet.
Yeah.
Last night I had a giant Caesar salad, blackened chicken. Oh my god, it was good. And I had about 8 beers. So I don't know if it makes up for it or not.
Yeah, but what did you just get done with whenever I called you yesterday?
When you called me yesterday?
Or was it 2 days ago? I don't know. I told you.
I don't know. What was I eating?
No, you weren't eating. You said you just got done running.
Oh, I did get running.
Tad's exercising.
Tad. There's a thing called Tad Fit. I'm starting. All right, people. We're gonna get into what Tad's starting and Tad's ventures, because I got TadWestern.com and it's gonna eventually become Tad Western Worldwide, and it's gonna be that's my umbrella company of where all my shit's gonna be in.
Right.
So Tad Fit is you go out to the bar, you drink one less drink than what you plan on drinking.
Okay.
So that automatically saves you some calories.
So you have to estimate how many drinks you're gonna have.
Well, I mean, no. You go to the bar, you're sitting there. Okay, 3, 4, 5. You're getting ready to leave. I'll have another. No, I'm not gonna have another.
Okay.
So just cut yourself off.
Yep.
Kona, stop it. So just cut yourself off, and then once you get home, drink a little bit of water, and then go out and run. Just run as hard as you can, as fast as you can.
When you get home.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
from
then,
the bars.
From the bar.
This is new age.
This is.
I assume it's back to a science.
It's I mean, it's being independently lab tested right now by Sports Science and a bunch of other places. But I mean, it's pretty legit. Tad's been doing it the entire time, and I got a sweet tone 6-pack. So, I mean, and that's just off 2. That's just 2 days after starting it. So I mean,
yeah,
these results are not promised, but I can't guarantee them for you. But for Tad, they work.
Yeah.
Because I believe. I'm also mental. It's a lot mental.
Yeah, okay.
So you go as far as you can running. Right out. I mean, as soon as you park your car, just take off running. I don't care if you're in street clothes, you're in sweatpants, whatever. Shit, you just left the bar in. And then you run till you throw up.
Okay.
And then you throw up. But you're still going to be drunk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
So then you come home, you get back, you clean yourself up. Tad threw up out there. Tad threw up on the trail. Come home. And then reward yourself with a beer.
Okay, yeah. That'll be good.
So you pretty much, you get all the alcohol in your blood. You go out, you run, you throw up all the beer that's still in your stomach that's not doing shit but making you fat with water weight.
Yeah.
Come back, then you drink another beer. And you're going to get super fucked up off that next beer because you're going to have nothing in your stomach. Right. You're going to be thrown up. Your oxygen's pumping, so it's getting through your body.
Uh-huh.
I mean...
How's the hangover on something like that? I would imagine you're pretty dehydrated after that puke fest.
Tad, you know what? I drink a little bit of water before I go to bed, and I keep one by my nightstand. So when I wake up with a dry mouth at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, after going to bed at 11, take a hit off that. I'll chug the entire bottle.
Yeah.
And then I'll wake up in the morning, and if I'm still feeling a little hungover, just take a hit off a beer.
Yeah.
You got it, because
I know.
a hangover is technically your body having alcohol withdrawals.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know this. This is tad science right now.
Right.
Your body is withdrawing from alcohol. That's why you have a hangover. So you got to give your body some alcohol. Just a little bit, not too much. But that's why the best thing to do after, if you're super hungover and fucked up and feel like shit, drink a little bit more. And drink a Gatorade, too. Take like a shot of vodka with Gatorade or something. Something with some electrolytes to get you rehydrated.
The haters will say that makes you an alcoholic, but I say that makes them a hater. So,
No, well, there's nothing wrong with being a highly functioning alcoholic.
as long as you're highly functioning, like Mr. Tad.
Yeah, and I'm not even an alcoholic. I can kick alcohol for days. I'm just telling you what I do with a hangover after a hard night of partying. Some will say it's photoshopped, but no, it's not.
Yeah.
Tad parties all night, and he wakes up and he starts. I'll take a hit off a beer, and then I won't drink again all day.
There was a lot of people that say a lot of your pictures are photoshopped.
I know they're all haters though.
Yeah, I know.
I don't get it.
People I don't even know how to use Photoshop.
A man who is already successful and who's kind of staying low key, doesn't want any shine, just being me. I mean, you're talking to the guy who wasn't on Facebook for a year, just kind of shut it off, just fuck it. I don't care. Yeah. I don't need to know what people are doing. I don't need to be broadcasting my shit out all over the place. No. I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna come out and the world needs Tad, and they need to know what Tad knows. Because a lot of people don't know this shit.
You came back real strong with the podcast and everything. I did. Like Dave Chappelle, man. Gone for a little bit. Everybody's like, what's going on? Come back, still hella respected.
I know. I went to Africa for a year.
And your Netflix special is probably coming out soon too.
Well, I'm in works with a few networks.
Yeah.
Not only for a special, but for a documentary about my life. I don't know if I'm actually gonna be in that one or if I'm just gonna produce it. Probably do some voiceover shit. Probably find a young actor to play me. I don't know. Maybe like Jake Gyllenhaal or somebody. Somebody who's half as good looking as Tad.
Right. Somebody that's done a little bit of gay work, a little bit.
Yeah.
But
well, you know what? Besides the gay stuff in that film, it was a really spot on. It was well shot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, as a Western man, it's well shot.
And Tad can respect the love either way, though, right? I mean,
Tad's not one to judge. I mean, you want the same
especially
love
the
as
Western
Macklemore
love.
would call it, but whatever. They're cowboys, and their wives weren't getting them no play anyway, so whatever. You're out there alone in a tent. You want smoochy and fingers and buttholes, whatever. Do what you do.
Yeah.
I don't care. I really don't. All right, what the fuck else has been going on, Kyle? What have you been up to?
Man.
Enough Tad talk.
Yeah.
Let's hear some Kyle
this
talk.
is Tad talk, though. I mean, this is not Kyle talk. But
no, but you're my guest. I have you on. You're here. What's going on? What's going on in the world?
Well,
Tech man.
I did prove my age and throw my back out this week on Tuesday.
You threw your back out
without throwing anything. In fact,
no. How did you do it? Now, you're a young man. I believe you're my age or around. Well, I mean,
I'm a solid 28.
Solid 28.
Yeah, Tad's been famous for a solid 28 years.
I've been solid since I've been solid. I've been famous since I was before I could drive. Let's be honest. Yeah.
So
my tap dancing skills. Tad was a tap dancer back in the day. Somebody will find the pics and throw them up.
I wish I had this great story to tell you, man. I really do.
Talk it up. Nobody's gonna know. We're not on TV.
I'm also a man of honesty. I'm not about to, I'm not about to damage the integrity of this great podcast and your name by lying here because somebody's gonna know that it was a lie. And
somebody's gonna fact check you, and then I'm gonna get my press credentials.
I know it's gonna be on PolitiFact tomorrow, and you know that.
Well, they're a bunch of liberals.
Yeah. So. So this is what happened. I was getting ready for work in the morning, and I just got out the shower, went over my drawer, pulled some nice, sexy underwear out to put them on. Was trying to feel a little frisky for the day, and put one leg in, went to put the other leg in, and That's where it ended.
I got you.
Got a nice little twinge.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've done this before. Now, did you get your heel caught like in the gooch part of the underwear?
I didn't.
And then fucking rip it out. No. Have you ever done that?
I have.
And then did you continue to wear them?
I did.
Because Tad Western, I'm so stubborn. I'm not getting a new pair of underwear.
Yeah.
I will wear those motherfuckers with. It kind of turns them into like kickboxing shorts.
Okay.
Because your heel will kick will rip the fucking gooch out, and then it just kind of floppy there, and it's like one side's underwear and then one side's a box. You're probably wearing boxers though, so we should have said what.
Yeah.
See,
it is boxers. So.
I like the boxer briefs, but once you put your heel through it, oh my god, you rip it out and it turns into the kickboxing short on one side. Then you get your sack flopping out.
So
fun times.
I was.
But you were seriously hurt.
Oh yeah,
you went down.
I have twinged my back and slept on my neck wrong. All these like generic small muscle injury things like that. Plenty of times in the past. This was nowhere close to that. I don't know. I've never experienced this kind of pain in that sense. I was more surprised than anything else that it hurt so bad. And I took like 2 steps and fell onto my bed. And laid there for about 20 minutes trying to figure out what the hell I was going to do. Somebody's going to have to call my boss. Somebody bringing my computer home. I'm not coming into the office today. Yeah, it was bad news.
Yeah, no,
all
that's
around.
not good.
Yeah, I ended up just
have you been rolling it out or anything?
No, I have not been. I've just been
what about the Shaq icy hot like vibrating cock ring thing?
Nope. I've been using what the Tad remedy would probably be, which is
pain pills and booze.
Well, it's a heating pad and booze, and that is a lot of booze.
Yeah,
a lot of booze.
Probably the hard liquor.
I've been through a lot of bourbon lately.
Well, you brought some Woodford to the ranch. I'm not gonna lie. You brought top notch stuff. But the thing about it is, Tad's icebox and ice maker doesn't work, and I forgot to get ice.
Yeah.
So
we tried to drink warm Woodford, and it was not good.
And it wasn't warm. It was like
yeah.
It was 98 degrees warm. Like it was hot.
Not bueno.
But the glass Tad gave you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I know. Your followers have to check that out on Instagram.
I have a china set and glassware passed down from generations from Pappy Western on.
Sure.
And
which is where Pappy Van Winkle came from.
It is. We have our roots. They stole his name for one of the greatest bourbons / whiskeys. Of all time.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I mean.
Yeah.
Where can
Tad's not one to get all technical and.
No, I don't like to describe because then people are just like, "Well, Tad's fucking bragging again about how his family invented fucking square hamburgers." No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I tell it how it is, and whether or not you like it, fine. Fuck you.
We learned our lesson in college whenever Mark's girlfriend did not appreciate us bragging about how famous we were.
It's true. We actually got told off at the bar by a female. One of her friends actually said, "I would really appreciate it if you guys would just quit bragging. We understand that you opened for Ludacris and Justin Bieber, and you've been all over the world with your rap music, and you're super famous, but you don't have to brag about it all the time."
And she only knew us for about, 4 or 5 days at that point, too.
Well, the thing about it was, I don't know if you remember, but the night we met her, they added us on Facebook within 13 steps. That's how quick it was. Yeah. And that was before mobile phones were even that big. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was back...
And it was also back before our YouTube account got deleted.
It was deleted thanks to my range hand.
Yeah, I know.
It was prior to...
It was one of the biggest tragedies that's ever happened in music, to be honest.
To be honest, it wasn't actually his fault because that picture wasn't that bad. But the 3 strike rule was pretty gay. I'm not going to lie.
I didn't even know we were on 2.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
So I just get a notification. I go to the website, YouTube, to look up some of our songs, and you know what? And it's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell? You're taken down for sexual content? And I was like, what'd they do? Listen to it? No, they flagged a picture of 2 women who were in love, orally pleasuring each other, but you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, sure.
You couldn't see anything.
No.
There was no nudity, there was nothing, but it just happened to be the thumbnail in a slideshow of a musical song.
It's ridiculous. I know.
And they shut us down, and we've been fighting for 6-7 years
a long time,
to get the YouTube account back because we had
several times a year
millions of views on our songs. We have I've got people at least once a month. Hey man, where can I hear your music? Which
know.
they're on SoundCloud. They're on.
Well, we used to have a website too.
We had a
until
website. The website got shut down because
pulled.
yeah, the hosting got pulled. You're correct.
I know, and I spent good time building that website out. Mark, the guy who's actually in IT right now,
IT major. Yep.
yeah, didn't do shit for that website. Of course, it had to come from me.
You know what? You were the feet. You got things moving. We had a lot of ideas, which Tad's always got ideas, but I don't.
Sure.
I don't have. I'm pretty talented, but I'm more of just talent.
Yeah.
I'll just say something and come up with it.
I'll bring the execution.
But you're the executioner.
Yeah.
You come with your black hood and your giant sword and just
Make it happen.
fucking make it happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, the most pissed thing the only thing I was seriously mad about losing from our YouTube channel was the Butters McNutt song.
I know.
It was the
I
greatest.
knew you were coming with that.
It was the greatest
That's
video
the only place where it was
song,
at, too.
and I didn't save it. I did not have it on my computer.
Yeah.
I did not have it anywhere. But Butters McNutt was the greatest song / YouTube cat video.
We probably had 40 or 50 videos at that time.
We had a lot.
And Mark had...
We had more than just music, too. We had, just vlog-type shit before vlogs were even,
where they originated.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
It's bullshit, Kyle.
PewDiePie would not be anywhere without us, you know?
I know. Fucking PewDiePie. PewDiePie! Oh, my God. But anyway, back to Tad Western Worldwide.
Yeah.
I've got all these business ventures I'm starting. Right now, I'm in the process of getting some t-shirts made. I've got 2 or 3 different logos I'm working on, and different prints are going to be coming out. I came up last night with a Tad's T-handle toilet plunger.
Okay.
And now this is a heavy-duty toilet plunger.
Sure.
It's going to have a T-handle on it, so you can just get maximum fucking leverage going. Because you don't want to be wasting your life plunging toilets.
Yeah.
You got better things to be doing, people. And also, I'm going to have the industrial strength upgrade, and it's going to have foot pegs on it. So, I mean, if you got...
You know, I was thinking
So, if you got to get some leverage.
I feel like there's a lot of toilet plunger innovations because nobody wants to be doing this stuff, and they don't want the negative effects that come from it, too.
It's a shitty job.
You know what you need to have? You need to have, a retractable little, awning that comes over it, like an actual umbrella, to where you can just, go to town on it, and the water won't get splashed up all over you.
Yeah, there you go. Tad's, it would
Tad's
be like a
handle and umbrella.
Thunderdome type encapsulation.
It could just open up.
Yeah, just have a
And then
little
you
fucking splash guard. Toilet splash guard. Or you could make
that one to the bank.
But you know what you could do? I could sell it as a package. It's going to
With
be
an
Tad's
upgrade?
toilet seat where it's got a button on it or a little lever, and it just, inside, it closes like a photo lens, and it just leaves enough room for the toilet, for the plunger rod to come through. So you can just go to fucking town and all the shit just stays in there.
And if people didn't put up for the actual, upgraded toilet, they can just buy the plunger.
Yeah, on the side.
So you're just
What do you think
you're
about
making
that?
money all around. I would probably pay a solid $700 or $800 for something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking more like $35.99, but plus shipping and handling.
Don't underestimate. Hey, don't be afraid to make money.
Well, I mean, that's without the Tad brand. That's just. I also got Tad's toothpicks. I've found a manufacturer who, and I'm going to buy. These are American-made birch trees, high quality hardwood, and these toothpicks. Right now I'm just looking for a box manufacturer to make the Tad boxes, and they will be for sale on my website. So I got to get the packaging. Basically, is what I got to get down.
You and I need to connect about the website and packaging and all that kind of stuff. I could probably hook you
I've
up
got the
with a lot of
website
stuff, man.
already, and then I've
Do you
got.
have a cart?
Huh?
Do you have a shopping cart?
Not yet. No. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it off air. I don't know if we should be doing, but I don't even know if I should be giving out these sweet ass ideas on air.
Here.
I might have to edit this shit out.
I'm cool with I'm cool with Tad having my ideas and taking them to the bank because I feel like I owe you a lifetime of everything.
Well, the
for
thing
just
is,
letting
Tad
me
also
on
gives back.
number 10.
Tad's already loaded. Tad's set. I don't have to do shit. I've pretty much I don't even have to do this podcast. This is just fun, and it's.
A lot of people don't know.
I do this for the listeners.
A lot of people don't know. 110% of every ad and everything that comes from this podcast goes to charity. So Tad takes every single dollar and adds 10% to it, and also gives that to charity.
And also, Tad does like to give. He's a giver, and that's why I'm doing this podcast, because I know your ears need it.
Yeah.
I gotta get that Tad roll. But
It's
I also
my
got
favorite thing.
I'm working on Tad's tater chips.
Okay.
I'm trying to find. I want to make my own chips because I've had some potato chips lately and they're shit.
Yeah.
They're too greasy and they're too salty.
Okay.
And I just want to get back down to the tater.
Yeah.
Just
It's the most important part.
You start with high quality taters, and then you let the tater do the talking. So I'm looking. It's gonna be tater chips and Texas sea salt is all that's gonna be in it.
That's it. Yeah, just stay with the core.
I'm working on those. I got Tad Western water because you're gonna have to wash it down with something.
Okay.
And that's gonna be artesian spring water from my hometown of Martinsville, Indiana.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's already that.
You can probably get hooked up with some what's the French lick? Excuse me. The French lick water.
Oh, yeah, I think they had like I think they were like a mineral water type deal too, weren't they? A bathhouse.
Yeah, make shit, man. What's it called? It's like Jupiter, something like that. I can't remember.
I can't remember the word.
But yeah, it was marketed and sold all over the country as like a cleansing type thing.
Oh, yeah,
all it was super high in that one mineral that made you shit real bad, and so it just made you like.
It's arsenic. No, I don't know what it was. There's my ranch hand. What you been doing? You just wake up, you fucker.
I'm sleeping in.
Sleeping in? Yeah. Well, you're working fucking nights. You got those silenced Dixie choppers mowing the grass out at night, don't you?
I was busy out all night trying to keep the coyotes off the land.
I know. Did you see the steer got loose this morning?
Steer got loose?
Yeah, I was.
In the ravine.
I was out shirtless, running around trying to rodeo it with a fucking lasso this morning. 6:30.
I'm glad I didn't show up early today.
I know.
We gotta get that fence put up.
It's all right. We'll get it put up today. We're almost done with this shit.
I've had it. I'm tired of chasing down.
Look at. You know what? I might start slaughtering some of these, and it'll be Tad Western's premium beef, and you'll be able to buy Tad Western's beef.
Tad Western's butcher shop.
Yep.
Everybody's been talking about how much they want Tad Western's beef in their mouth, and you're just gonna make it happen.
They already get Tad's tip once a week.
Yeah.
I mean, why not give them the whole beef?
And you probably should have been telling everybody that in your Tad's family recipe, the beef that you're using is home-cured beef.
It's all homegrown.
Yeah.
And it's all the ingredients. If it's tomatoes, lettuce, the beef, the onions, they're all grown on Tad's farm. We know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, high quality ingredients. You can't just go buy canned fucking onions or canned tomato and make your pasta sauce with it. You got to do the work, people. Put in the elbow grease. It makes it taste 1,000 times better.
Yep. Straight out of organic Tad's farm.
Yeah, not only that, I fertilize my farm not my farm, but my garden with Tad steer shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, I might just sell Tad's bullshit. I could just bag it up and sell it.
Yeah.
That's another product. I mean, I just got to sit down with somebody who I don't know have enough hands. I got so much shit I got to do.
We might be able to sell bullshit without actually selling a product either. Without actually like shipping anything.
You know what? I saw the other day that there's a company that sells potatoes where they just ship potatoes to people. They just put a stamp on a potato and they ship it to people.
Speaking of selling shit, did you hear? This is a little off topic, but every year, who is it? Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, they do the anti-sell. Is that what you're going to talk about?
No, they do. No, every year they do an April Fool's joke or whatever, but it's like a real sale. And there's something on there every year. It was 3, 4, maybe even more years ago. They put an item for sale on their website. It was like $10, and all it was just a box of shit, and that's what they called it. And
people buy it.
Lots of people bought it. And
there's a lot of dumb people out
knowing
there.
That it's April Fool's Day.
None of them are my listeners, though.
Knowing that it was April Fool's Day and there was all this stuff. Well, you can find it online. There's all these like opening videos on YouTube of people doing it.
Oh, box opening.
They actually shipped shit to these people, like cow shit. It's just dried turds from fucking cow ranch. It's not a joke. It's like one of the funniest things that's ever. And they didn't give one dime of that back to the customer.
Either.
They did donate all of it to charity, but nobody got their money back at all for that. It was so funny. One of the greatest marketing plays in the history.
What they also do on Black Friday, they have an anti-sell where they up the product like 100%.
Really?
Yeah, Cards Against Humanity is like $30 or something.
Yeah.
They make it like 60 instead of putting it on sale. Yeah, just for the publicity.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but also we might have to do a see if we can't get a Tad board game going on.
We need to just have an expansion to Cards Against Humanity. You can do that and you just sell or give away like PDFs. I'm pretty sure they sell the rights to like letting you use their name and making expansions. Yeah.
You just pay
Well-
for it online.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's
I
just-
mean, well, what else we got to talk about, Kyle? What are we doing today? What brings you to this neck of the woods of Indiana?
Well, I've
Besides being on the #1 podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
in the state.
Well, I made a trip out of it. We'll say that. You know, I came here for the fame and recognition that is Tad Western, and I'm staying to tomorrow. I'm picking up an arcade cabinet,
That's nice.
and I'm gonna take that home and I'm building a custom arcade machine. But
yeah.
That was just an afterthought, though.
yeah, but that's not the reason I came here. I came for the Tad Talk for sure.
No, a lot of people do. I'm pretty much ever since I told people that I live in Hendricks County, I will see people circling the county just looking for Tad Western's ranch.
It's unmarked though. There's no
No,
way.
I know.
There's no way
It's
you
not
could
like
have
I
it
got a
marked, yeah.
giant sign outside
Sure.
that says
No.
Westerns.
You'd never be able to sit down and do a podcast. I mean,
I know.
people would constantly be knocking.
You know how many autograph I signed at least 2 titties on St. Patrick's Day when I
Right.
went out.
How
Yeah.
many acres does Tad's ranch consist of?
That the government that I pay taxes on?
I was gonna say.
Should we just
Yeah,
No.
The NSA is definitely listening here. There's no way.
Oh, they're always listening, and they're not going to catch Tad riding dirty. But you know, my main thing right now, I'm just trying to get this website off the ground so I can get my message and my Tadix, their Tatterall. But I'm envisioning, because you used to build websites kind of back in the day and shit. You were pretty tech savvy. I'm envisioning TadWestern.com as being a virtual 3D ranch where you can walk through it.
Yeah.
And you can just walk up and pet the livestock.
Yeah.
You can go, maybe pick some corn out of the Tad's little couple Tad rows
Is
of.
this an extension on Farmville?
It could be. It
Tad
could be.
ranch?
It could be a 3D.
We gotta go higher
Farmville.
than that. You got the money for it, you know.
But Tadville. I mean, this is gonna be full 3D
yeah.
GoPro
Are you gonna let
style. Interaction.
people slaughter the calves virtually?
Yeah, if they want.
Yeah.
I think you'll be a free range person. I mean, you just click Tad Western, all of a sudden there
So
it
you
is.
probably
You got
just build
hands.
a Minecraft server like that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
See, it's gonna be HD Minecraft, but it's gonna be Tadcraft.
So it's gonna be like 32 pixels instead of 16.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna up it. Tad loves doubling.
Yeah, there you go.
I double down. Shit, I double down and I take hits on 2s. I don't care.
you go.
I'll split deuces.
Yeah.
Tad Western's a maniac. He loves.
Doubling down. You're all in.
I'm a gambler. I'm all in.
You don't plan on losing?
All right. So what else we want to talk about? I'm all in on losing. That's correct. That's Tad Western. That's Tad Western.
If you're gonna
tagline.
lose, go all in.
Might as well go all in.
Make it a story.
I'm balls deep on losing. Well, okay. I already talked about Tad Western.
Did you
Tad
tell me how
Western.
the pole barn's coming along?
The pole barn.
Yeah.
You know
Did
what
you
I
start
want?
a pole barn? Is that what all that
Yeah.
racket's been?
Pole barn's getting put up. It's
Another fucking pole barn.
It's under budget and ahead of schedule.
That's what we
All
need.
our projects out here.
Tad Western is.
I read the art of the deal and now I'm just.
You're out there putting up pole barns.
Listen to that.
I'm
Hendricks
full
County. Yeah, you are the Hendricks County Donald Trump. You're
Yeah.
putting up. We're putting up 2-story pole barns.
You know what? You know what I did come for though. You know, I came to be on the TAD Talk, but I came to get the first-hand update on the bridge situation.
The bridge. Well,
Yeah.
you know what?
So I didn't have to wait until the podcast came out to get my update.
I'll give you an update right now, Kyle. You'll get it 30 minutes before everybody else.
Right.
The bridge is actually ahead of schedule, from what I've been told. I've got my
Solid.
source, who works for the steel companies, who supplies all the rebar. They're done pouring. They're done pouring concrete.
Yeah.
They're just waiting on it to set, form, and they've got a few other things they got to do. And I'm hearing mid-April, the bridge, Rockville Road, will be open. And you hear it here first on Tad Talk,
Rockville Road,
TadTalk.com.
April 1st.
That motherfucker, that guy was a dickhead. Did you hear what I'm sure you heard the story. You listened to the podcast.
Sure.
Guy was driving down 465, big rig. He had a car crusher on the back, hydraulics, some line blew, car crusher went up vertical, smoked the bridge, took it all out, Luckily, nobody got killed. One woman went to the hospital. Fucked my day up.
Yeah.
Because I was on that part of town that
And
day.
your subsequent weeks and
yeah,
months.
I mean, that's a heavily trafficked part of town.
You know how many
And once it's down to one road, I mean, we're talking millions of miles of traffic a week probably goes over that bridge. And it's a headache. And Tad don't want to put up with it. Not only that, it shut down a major 465. I mean, half the west side of Indianapolis was shut down.
You can't go eastbound Rockville Road.
Yeah, I mean, you were literally eastbound and down. Shit out of luck trucking. I mean that, but that's a bridge update. I hear it's ahead of schedule and going to be open.
There you go.
Tad Western says mid-April.
You don't hear anybody else giving the damn bridge update.
No, you don't hear Fox 59 on coming down.
Mm-mm.
You don't hear Rob Kendall giving you bridge updates.
Nope.
No. All they're worried about's, healthcare bills, healthcare this, fuck that. No, Tad Western, what affects people more directly right now?
Right.
And we need to get these goddamn pothole fixed.
Yeah.
There's a ton of potholes that need to be fixed. I need crews out.
Have you seen that viral post on Facebook? There's like that anarchist group going around fixing
yeah.
potholes.
Fuck yeah. Out in Washington.
I saw one in Portland.
Oh.
I think it was Oregon. Yeah, it was somewhere on the West Coast. I think it was Oregon.
Yeah,
Good for them.
Because they're not ever getting it fixed.
But I liked how they were doing it masked. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to get arrested for fixing potholes? Arrest me,
Just
bitch.
making a point, I think.
Well, you know what they are also doing? There was people spray painting dicks around, like vulgar dicks around the potholes, and then they'd have to come resurface the area instead of painting it over. Fuck the roads.
Yeah.
What else we got?
That
What else we got to
infrastructure
talk
is just
about?
not important.
Well, what we got to talk about? Anything else?
There's a lot we could talk about.
I know,
we
but
could tell
we've got-
we could tell a bunch more stories. We could talk about all the dumb
Tactics.
/ gay shit Hashem used to say. We could talk about.
I think this is going to be part one of a
I know.
multiple part
I know.
episode. We're just going to keep coming back to Kyle. But this has been Tad. This is Tad's 10th episode. So, I mean, there's a lot to cover.
Maybe
I had
every
a lot
10
planned.
episodes I'll come back down here.
There you go. You're welcome back every 10 episodes.
Make the Tad trip.
Or I can come down with you. I got a mobile studio as well.
Sure. Yeah.
I can
that'd be
pack it
solid.
up. The quality won't be as good.
Mm-hmm.
But
You can't come to my house. There'll be like baby screaming in the background.
I know. How's the babers doing?
She's good. She's getting big, man.
I know.
I did not have a baby whenever we lived together, so
That
There's one up there.
that you knew of.
yeah, that's very solid.
Congratulations.
See, I mean,
didn't
I
know you guys-
I could have kids in the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, you
I
could.
spent a lot of spring breaks on cruise ships, and
Yeah,
I probably got kids all over the world.
I know she turned 1 last week.
Wow.
I saw that. I was gonna say happy birthday to her, but I don't think she's allowed to listen.
She'll get her time.
It's exciting.
Dad talk's super important to everybody to hear. You just
It
gotta
is.
be at the right time.
I mean, it's Tad. I am a raw, straight to the point individual, and I give you the truth like nobody else does.
We're shooting you straight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll shoot you straight, right through the heart. I don't. Tad doesn't fuck around with headshots.
no.
You want to know why? Because I want to leave a pretty corpse for your mom, because I care about her.
Yeah.
But you
That's
piss
really
me
important.
off. I mean, I want her to have a good funeral. You know, an open casket.
Yeah.
I'm not a dickhead who'll just spray your face and leave nothing, JFK style. You
Yeah.
know? I'm not.
Right.
I'm not that type of guy. I'm a classy individual.
That's important. I'm sure the moms appreciate that too.
They do.
The moms appreciate almost everything you do.
I know. I get tons of mom fan mail.
Yeah.
Tad, you turned my son into a man.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? That's what Tad talks about. And one day I'm gonna put out an actual Tad talk.
Yeah.
I'm having the talk with Tad.
TED Talk.
Yeah, having the talk with Tad.
For all, I see what you're saying now. I thought you were going.
No,
different route.
I'm going the other way.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one.
So all the fathers who don't
Yeah.
want to have the talk.
They know how to do it, and make sure your boy stays a man and not one of those pussy little.
Yeah, we don't need these new age new male.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't want to drive because the carbon emissions on my Prius is too much, and the polar bears will suffer.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. You should be out slaughtering polar bears.
Unless you can ride them like a horse.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Somebody
Al
figure
Gore's-
out how to ride polar bears like a horse.
I almost
we'll start
lassoed
paying
a
attention
horse
to
one.
them.
Or not a
Meanwhile,
horse.
Al Gore's flying his jumbo jet. Halfway
Shut up, ranch hand. I'm trying to fucking record a podcast.
And he cares so much. about
Isn't
it.
there a barn to be raised?
Yeah, we've already had it. So I said it's.
What are the
all
Amish
right.
doing out there? They're still out there.
They're out there.
Are they finishing? They putting the roof on?
I drove through a Mennonite community on the way here.
Did you? Was it
Elnora
Men
or
at
some
Tight?
shit? Was
Do you
that
think they
what
throw
you-
up the M's?
was it-
Like, that's totally a video joke right
Was
there.
that
Nobody
Elnora?
could see it. Elnora,
Is
yeah.
that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tad,
There you
I
go.
mean, Tad used to drive through there all the time.
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna call Mark.
I don't know. I think we're gonna call this Tad Talk 10.
Yeah.
I like to thank all my subscribers, everyone who listens. I'd like to thank Kyle for
Yeah.
being here.
Yeah, well, I'd
AKA
like to
the
thank
Big
you.
MC, one of the first and only members of the No Pants Squad. And
Well, I'm not the big
member of
MC,
those-
but I am.
not Big MC. What I say? Did I
Mark
say
was the Big MC.
I know. I fucked that up. God damn it, Tad Western. My mind's going
That's
in a
okay.
million places.
Tad hasn't even had enough beer yet. That's probably what it is. You're not drunk enough.
No, I know. I've only had
Sorry.
a 16 and 12. I can't even do the math. What's that?
It's 28.
28?
Mhm.
I was going to say 24. Whatever.
12 and 12.
So,
Close enough.
not the Big MC. I apologize for getting your rap moniker wrong.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't
Rufio.
go by that anymore.
Rufio.
so.
You don't go by that anymore?
Well, I mean, it's every time I have a username on a game or something like that, I resurrect
I know,
the
but
name.
sometimes
But,
people may want to play WoW. I got a lot of WoW listeners.
Oh,
Are you
I
still
had-
playing WoW?
No. Nobody plays just a little bit of WoW. You have to dedicate a shitload of time to it.
Do you
Like a
remember
lot.
when Hashem pretty much
Yeah, he did. I got him
played
into it.
80 straight hours
I know.
or whatever the fuck
I got
it
him
was?
into it.
He did.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I'm not trying to kill Rufio either. We'll have a Ville station come back sometime. It's
We
not
may
dead.
tonight.
Well, maybe if we can find a beat, we'll have to.
I've got an entire computer full of tunes that we have not used.
Well, we're gonna have to grab some of them and come up with. Maybe we'll just sample Enrique like we talked about.
could. I can be your hero, baby.
There you go.
You can kiss on my big mole.
There you go.
Anyway, thanks to the listeners for listening. Thanks to Kyle, aka Rufio, not the Big MC. And please subscribe, listen, share on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. Check out all the social media platforms that Tad's on. I don't know. Tad don't post a hell of a lot on Facebook because unless he's drunk, then sometimes I'll just comment on random people's shit just to piss them off. Like I got scolded on Instagram the other day for calling Ashley Graham fat. I was like, she's got a pretty face, but she could stand to lose a few pounds. And someone's like, oh my God, you're a sexist man. I was like, no, she's hot right now, but just imagine how hot she'd be if she weighed 100 pounds. And then they were like, oh my God, you're such a sexist. I was like, no.
Tad's not afraid to body shame every once in a while.
No, I will body shame the shit out of fat supermodels. I don't care. Tad Western goes where no one else will go. Mm-hmm. This has been Tad's terrific 10th episode, and remember, keep them holstered unless you're ready to have a shootout. Pew, 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 pew.
Mellow Boy Production.
Yo, what's up? It's your boys in Ville Station, tearing it up on the tracks. You got your boy JL in the booth, recording this shit. Let's get it on, motherfuckers.
I'm looking for a one night stand. Only fuck, never be a man. I'm trying to find a slut to fuck. Take her home, make her swallow that nut. She ain't gotta be a dime piece, ain't gotta be a 10. Just gotta love to have my cock and balls on the chin. She ain't gotta be a dime piece, ain't gotta be a 10. Just gotta love to have my cock and balls on the chin.
Hey, I'm on Mike Hashem. I'm looking for a freak. A bitch that comes over and gets wet like Dawson's Creek. Gonna slap her with my pork sword. Make her eat my meat. Pound her fucking pussy till it's black and blue like Rodney King. Make the hoe bend over so I can hit it from the back. Give her bruised up pussy from my fucking nutsack. Then me and DJ Weasel hit her with the Eiffel Tower. Not R. Kelly, but we give her golden showers. Get her moaning so loud that she starts to lose her voice. So I frost her like a cake since her pussy's so moist. Fuck her so hard I'm starting riots. Egypt had her so wet that she ended up seasick. After I bust, I kick the bitch out. She walks with a limp on spitting cum out her mouth. Then she calls the next day and says, Mike, are you my man? I told that bitch that was just a one night stand.
I'm looking for a one night stand. Only fuck, never be a man. I'm trying to find a slut to fuck. Take her home, make her swallow that nut. She ain't gotta be a dime piece, ain't gotta be a 10. Just gotta love to have my cock and balls on a chin. She ain't gotta chew on my wood. No, I'm not in love, I'm just looking for a good fuck. A squirrely asshole to come and gobble up my big nuts. Took her from the club, straight back to my crib. I'm in her so deep, she's gonna leave with bruises. I fuck her in the vag, I fuck her in the mouth. She's just trying to get some jizz from my semen spout. I carve her pussy up like an old mushy pumpkin. Had to drop a deuce, so now she's giving me a blumpkin. I beat the pussy up, leave her with some fat lips. I fuck her till she dry, now she's gonna need some chapstick. Filled her mouth full of dick, she could barely handle it. Had her slurping up cum like a creamy white peppermint. That's one last nut to kick a cunt ass out. Bitch, you just a one night stand, you ain't sleeping at my house. Looking for a one night stand, only fuck, never be her man. I'm trying to find a slut to fuck, take her home and swallow that nut. She ain't gotta be a dime piece, ain't gotta be a 10. Just gotta love to have my cock and balls on her chin. She ain't gotta be a dime piece, ain't gotta be a 10. Just gotta love to have my cock and balls on her chin.
It's your boy Rufio, aka your girl's favorite rapper. Told me that she had a man, but fuck it, that don't even matter. Clowning all day, you know my life is a circus. Got this bitch on her knees, but I don't see no churches. Your guy don't get bread, not even enough to feed you. But girl, I got dough, that's why I'm slinging sausage pizza. So we skipped the meal, and I gave her a $5 coupon to be used at my apartment for my $5 footlong. We walked through the door and went straight back to my bed. Hope her pussy wasn't yeasty, I don't like Wonder Bread. Then we turned out the lights and it got hotter than a sauna. Then I beat that bitch's pussy like Chris did to Rihanna. Call her Red Riding Hood cause she know how to ride it good. She tried to stick around cause she know I got that mighty wood. 99 problems and they all bitches. So many one night stands, I got her heart all in stitches.
Looking for a one night stand, only fuck, never be her man. I'm trying to find a slut to fuck, take her home, make her swallow that nut. She ain't gotta be a dime piece, ain't gotta be a 10. Just gotta love to have my cock and balls on her chin. She ain't gotta be a dime piece, ain't gotta be a 10. Just gotta love to have my cock and balls on her chin.
Met up with this bitch who was a good dick sucker. Then I took her home because I knew that I could fuck her. She grabbed me by the dick and said, hi, my name is Mandy. Give me 7 inches and I'll suck it like it's candy. How about I lay you down and fuck you till you're sore? Then you can take a break while I fuck another whore. I'll return tired because it's kinda late, but you can get me up again by licking on my taint. Now it's cold, balls shriveled, I grab her. Open up, bitch, it's Mr. T-Bagger. Get them nice and moist until you're ready to begin. Feels so good as my dick bounces on your chin. Time flies past, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5. This bitch is starting to bleed, so we're done for the night. She falls under, I sneak out and leave the bitch a fake phone number.
I'm looking for a one night stand, only fuck, never be her man.